Del Webb Riverside. You know, a few years ago, I went to Phoenix to the original Del Webb, and it looks like, 60-year-old houses. But what a revolutionary idea Del Webb created, really. Pulte acquired the Del Webb brand, and the newest Del Webb community in the greater Charlotte area is on. You ready for it? It's called Del Webb Riverside. And you see the river here. This is the South Fork of the Catawba. If you're a subscriber, you know we always talk about the Catawba River running through Lake Norman, our newest lake and largest, Mountain Island Lake. Imagery is right there, and you can go up the road and find Trilogy. And then down into Lake Wylie, the oldest one. Really, that river runs further south, Fishing Creek Lake and so on. But here's what we're talking about today. We thought it was going to be Del Webb South Fork. Some of you saw my video on that a year or two ago. It's official now. It's Del Webb Riverside, and it's right here, Armstrong Ford Road, right there at the river. And they're boasting seasonal views of the Catawba River. It's the South Fork. Now, to put it in perspective, the CLT Charlotte Douglas International Airport is right there. 485 comes right here. 85 goes over here. I'm not a big fan of 85 on the way to Atlanta. It can get a little crowded. I'd rather come across Wilkinson Boulevard right here. It's just a lot friendlier, and it's got a lot of history too as well in the greater Charlotte history. But the having CLT this close, for those of you that are retiring and you want to travel and do that earlier than later, I'm glad that my wife and I, after she retired, got in a Europe trip, really before COVID. And it's like now, I don't know, with all the airport stuff, but I digress. Having CLT right there is crazy. By the way, the vineyards at Lake Wylie is something you can buy right now. They've got some great ranch homes. Also, Meritage, Selena at the vineyards. And look how close you are to the airport there. But then there's downtown Belmont. Man, do I love downtown Belmont. I love Belmont. Now, there is a little neighborhood in Charlotte called Belmont, not to be confused with the little town of Belmont just to the west of Charlotte. So again, there's 485, which goes all the way around Charlotte, and come across Wilkinson right there. Come down. We know this road because we've spent a lot of time down in the McLean area, large development at the water, a lot of different nuances. For a ranch homes neighborhood, the conservatory at is also resale right there. A number of ranch homes. It feels like 55 plus, although it's not. But this one here, this will be a 55 plus. Very similar to the progenitor of the big one, which was Sun City, Carolina Lakes in Indian Land, and we can get you resale in there. A lot of it depends on where your grandkids move to, right? I know, I got the memo. Your kids stole your grandkids. And then you're like, baby, we got to go. Why? Because of the grandkids. So you baby boomers have become baby chasers. I'm not mad at you. I'm going to help you. I'm a buyer agent, got a great team of buyer agents. Never reach out to the builder. Not a good idea. In fact, if you were on the interest list, you may have seen the email. Don't sign in. Don't contact them. It's not time yet. In fact, if you try to click through to the homes, because we all wonder, are these going to be the same floor plans as Carolina Lakes or as Carolina Orchards? Or, there's some great ones on the beach too. If you want to move to the beach 3-4 hours away, I've got contacts, realtor partners there. There's some great ones right there in North Myrtle Beach, also down into Hilton Head and so on, back up into the Somerville area near Charleston. I've got realtor partners I can vet you. If you're coming for a trip, connect with me. I'll connect you to them. We'll tie it all together. But here's the deal, guys. If you've got kids over in this, maybe in McAdenville, maybe in Cramerton, definitely in Belmont, these are some great areas. McAdenville, that's where they have the Christmas lights backed up for miles trying to get in. Cramerton, there was not long ago, there was a kind of a courtyards community there. And as I mentioned, Vineyards at Lake Wylie is selling still. A couple of builders in there. You could get into a great ranch home. It's not 55 plus though. So here at the Del Webb Riverside, you're going to have a huge, beautiful amenity center. You're going to have pickleball courts. You're going to have an indoor and an outdoor pool. That's what they're saying. On one place it says pool. Another place it says indoor and outdoor pools. But just suffice it to say, you're going to have clubs and you're going to have new friendships. You're going to have some great ranch homes. I remember driving through Carolina Orchards, and one of my clients from Indiana, Doug, I was doing a little drive-by. If you don't know my work, I've got 3,300 videos. Please fall into the rabbit hole. I was driving down doing a drive-by video, and my client Doug, Kathy, who had moved there, he was out there and he had a pants on with paint on them, and he was outside of his house. So I just slowed down. What do I know? Just play it by ear. He came out. He said, tell all your clients that are buying production builder homes, they're going to have to paint. Well, yeah. You know, like right now, I've got painters scheduled. We live in a less than a year-old home, and I've got painters scheduled. My wife wants to change the color, granted, to go from that light gray to a white. But hey, you know, a really good painter can make a difference in your home. This back wall, I had it painted as per my interior designer for my YouTube studio wall. So, you know, you might get ready for some of that. My wife, I shouldn't even tell you about all the stuff we've done. We bought a spec house. It was already in progress because we needed to move right away. In fact, Del Webb's got a cute video out there where people are getting ready to move, and they go to their kid's house, go down into the basement. They say, you can live in our basement, Mom and Dad. No. You know, they just looked at the various options. And then they got to a Del Webb and they thought, man, people like us, a glass of wine, playing pickleball, they want to party. Yeah, baby. And my wife and I have experienced that. My wife's a pickleball player. She's playing cards. Me, I'm working, but I'm doing what I would do if I retired, shooting videos, etc. But it's just a really cool lifestyle when you've got people around you that you know, that you call by your first name, that you like, that are similar in age and interests. I love it. So that's why we moved. We had so many kids in the cul-de-sac. So glad we moved. So this Del Webb, depending on where you're going to live. Now, if you're one that says, I don't have kids here, but I've done my research, I know Charlotte's the place. I like the Del Webb brand, and you want to be close to the Charlotte Douglas International Airport, CLT, this is a no-brainer. And especially if you're looking to next year. This is 2024. So right now we're in the, coming into the fourth quarter of 2023. They've just announced it, they've got through their permitting. They probably moved a lot of dirt. They're getting ready to go. Don't reach out to Del Webb. Please connect with me. Let me get you with one of my team. Now, if you come in town, you ought to let us just come and show you the dirt there, take you to dinner or lunch there in Belmont, maybe show you the other 55 plus. Why not? See what else is out there, and then get you poised that when they start moving dirt and start selling houses, that you are ready. You've got a buyer agent. You're already registered with your buyer agent. Very important at all the different developments. And you never know. You might say, hey, I want to resell at Trilogy. I want to resell at Imagery. I want to resell here, here, here. Or I want new construction. A couple of great Crestwind communities. That's what we bought into from Coulter Homes. This is just the place. This is the 55 plus haven. Now, what about the beach? Yeah, people like North Myrtle. You're right there at the ocean, between the intracoastal and the ocean. But a lot of this is where you relocate to when the hurricanes come. This is where you evacuate to. So a lot of people said, hey, I'm saving me the trouble. I remember we had a client from Wilmington right there. Michael Jordan grew up around there. A lot of history. The port of Wilmington, Cape Fear, beautiful, a lot of stuff. Del Webb's and other 55 plus. But they're like, we got flooded from the last hurricane. We're coming your way, boss. I said, okay, come on. So I like living here because you can go to the mountains in a couple hours, 2.5 hours. Asheville, you can go to the beach in 3.5, 4 hours. I actually moved to Hilton Head and moved here from Hilton Head. I miss Hilton Head, but guess what? I can go whenever I want. I could get up tomorrow morning and have lunch in Hilton Head and spend the night and the week and the month. So this is a great place. So guys, come and see us. We'd love to help you. It starts with a phone call, 704-345-3400. I'm getting ready to hit 13,000 subscribers. So why don't you do, brother, a favor. Go ahead and subscribe it. Like, share, all the stuff the kids do. better yet, just give me a call. I'd love to chat with you. I'd love to hear your story. And I can't wait to do that. I'm looking for your phone call. I'll see you in the next video.